It was a Saturday. I was minding my business, waking up, eating breakfast, and then all of a sudden, yes, the next MonsterVerse movie has been revealed, and it's called Godzilla x Kong Supernova. And I think this one is going to be quite interesting. So why don't we just dive right into this and discover some secrets? So at the start, we see this calling office where basically you can report a Titan sighting to Monarch, and this is where they receive those calls. And in the middle of this place, you can see a few TV panels, which are very interesting. The first one, it's not that interesting. It's just a panel, or no, it's a chart that I cannot read, but the second one serves some interest. As we can see, there's a few pyramids that seem to be glowing some blue light. I see many people saying that this could be alien technology, but I personally think this has to do with the Gia's visions when she kept seeing the pyramids spontaneously. Now, it could be that those visions were predicting how the Iwi were calling out for help, but that could have also been a foreshadowing of what's going on in this new movie. The panel in the middle also shows some interest as it talks about Rio de Janeiro, which, if you don't know, that's where the final battle of Godzilla x Kong the New Empire took place, where Shimo literally almost destroyed it and the world. And lastly, the TV on the bottom is just another chart or something with a map that probably shows where all the Titans are and where they're dormant and stuff. And then for the juicy lore part of this trailer, we get a close-up of this computer, and oh boy, does it have so many secrets to uncover. To start off, on the bottom left, we have this binary code. Someone actually decoded this, and it says the following: Godzilla x Kong, watch this space. But as the video ends, or as it progresses, the binary code progresses, and it progresses to space, Godzilla, space. I think we know where this is going. The GOAT, the legend, the man, the myth, Space Godzilla could have just been confirmed for this movie, and that excites me a crap ton. What his role will be, what his purpose of being in the MonsterVerse will be, we have no idea. Just for now, know that our space boy might be getting added to the MonsterVerse. On the left of the computer, we have this plant with a text that says, feeling cute, might die later. This might be a reference to freaking Biollante. If we're getting Biollante and Space Godzilla in the same movie, hot damn! For those of you who don't know, Biollante is a creation made by a person who lost their daughter. So this sicko decided to mix the daughter with a plant in Godzilla's DNA. Kind of fucked up, but still cool looking. Also, that thing is technically Godzilla's sister. Then on the left on the computer screen, we see a little conversation between the person who owns this computer and a guy from Scotland. Here's how the conversation goes. Ready for another thrilling day of your call is very important to us? Oh yeah, can't wait to hear the same thing 37 times before lunch. Did you hear they changed the hold music again? It's somehow worse. No, what is it this time? Imagine elevator music, but composed by someone who hasn't felt joy. Perfect. That'll really soothe the person who's been on hold for 45 minutes. Sir, I understand you're upset, but at least you get to experience our exclusive hold playlist. A service only a select few have the patience to enjoy. Death by hold music. So there's not much lore in that. it's just a few people like complaining about their job, which it seems like it sucks. Anyways, the next interesting thing that's on the computer is on, like, I believe near the middle of the screen, which it has a location, which is Sedona, Arizona. Now, this location may seem minor, but we have seen it before in King of the Monsters. This is where Scylla was laying dormant before Ghidorah woke her up. Now, I have a few things on why this location is important. A, something supernatural could be happening there because I believe Arizona is a hub for supernatural things. Or B, which is a bit more outlandish, but it's that Scylla laid an egg that is her offspring, so maybe it's hatching. And if that's the case, I don't think it's gonna last too long. Either way, it proves that Sedona is going to be a vital place to this movie, whether it be where this movie starts off or whether it be where this movie ends. On the bottom right, we see a picture of some random girl, which could be our main character, and the GOAT, Sam Neill, or as us Jurassic fans know him, Alan Grant, who was recently confirmed to have a role in this movie. Then, on the computer, we see a list of people that our main character, aka the person that owns this computer, has to keep up with. Trapper, Eileen Andrew, Helen Hampton, Rick Stanton, and Jay Jorgensen. 3 returning characters and 2 new ones. Seems like a pretty legit cast. Anyways, after we get a shot of the computer, a warning message pops up on the screen. Whatever is going on is an emergency and it's severe, and it's most likely going down in Sedona. Fun fact, that number that you see, 240 Monarch, you can actually call it on WhatsApp. Here are the audios.
Thank you for calling the Monarch Community Support Hotline, your global resource for Titan response and relief. Your help reporting Titan sightings plays a critical role in keeping our world safe. Please press 1 to receive text messages from the Monsterverse and to hear further options. All agents are currently busy. At the tone, please record your message. Assure that you are in a safe location before recording. In order for our support team to properly assist you, we ask that you provide as much detail as possible. Please share the location and time of your sighting, as well as physical attributes, utterances, or behavioral information about the Titan that you wish to provide. Be advised, your report may be archived for Monarch personnel training or broadcast in future briefings. Your call is very important to us, and we thank you for reporting this sighting. Stay safe and vigilant.
Titan-related events cannot be predicted, so it's important to stay vigilant, remain calm, and be ready. Here are some ways you can stay prepared in the event of a Titan-related emergency. Pay attention to and act quickly upon receiving text alerts. Titans are forces of nature that cannot be contained. They are unpredictable, massive in size, and incredibly dangerous. If you are in the vicinity of a Titan, please do not engage. Our highly trained response team is ready to help in any crisis that may arise. For your safety, please go to your nearest Titan shelter immediately. If you're not near a Titan shelter and require assistance, please save this phone number for future needs.
Right after this call ended, I got a message from the same number, which gave me a link. This link led to a community, which technically means that this number is going to be messaging me important stuff, most likely for this new movie. So it's well established that this is an ARG. Pretty freaking cool. I love it when I love how I love these types of marketing. It's so fascinating to me. And all I'm hoping for is that, Jurassic has done something similar. For example, Dino Tracker. But I'm hoping it does something more like this, where it's like you have this website and you have all these little secrets and images that you have to decode and decipher and figure out what's going on. It's just really creative, and I love the direction they're going with this. Anyways, after that flash on the screen, the entire screen, not just the computer, goes black. And then we get the title reveal, Godzilla x Kong Supernova. Now, what's interesting to me is that the color scheme in the Supernova text does not look like a supernova. It looks like a black hole. Also, some people believe that Gigan, the space chicken, will show up due to the R in supernova kind of looking like his beam. I think it's a bit of a stretch, but maybe there's like a grain of salt of a chance that this could actually be real and that Gigan could actually show up. But that wraps it up. This is probably my longest breakdown video. So yeah, it's also like 3 a.m. in the morning. Yeah.